Welcome everyone to the CCL Halftime Show. I'm Kyle Fergusson, and today I am joined by Hasu of Oxygen Esports. Welcome to you, Hasu.
Hey, what's up?
You've done quite a few of these interviews, but if you could introduce yourself for the audience that might not be aware.
Yeah, of course. I'm HasuObs. I'm playing for Oxygen. I'm a former StarCraft 2 and Warcraft 3 player. Been playing HOTS ever since the game was out, basically. And, we are in the CCL playoffs now.
Very nice. You have been on quite the hero's journey yourself just in this season. You started out Hanzo, and then you had a Junkrat stint, Hammer, and now you're a Lunara main. Is there any through line there, or was the drafter just telling you what to pick?
No, the Sergeant Hammer credit goes to Nick. He recently started playing the hero quite a bit again, and he was like, guys, I think it's pretty OP. We should just pick it every game, every map, every draft. And then we started doing that with quite some success again. People started countering it, but it's definitely a very strong hero in competitive play. And the others that you named, like Hanzo, Lunara, they kind of fit into most drafts. I think Junkrat on some maps very strong. And ultimately, it is the drafter decision, yeah. And then it's up to me to play the hero, yeah.
So over the course of this season, Oxygen has stayed pretty solid. In fact, you guys hit the ground running with a lot of great wins. How did that team come together so quickly?
Yeah, so we've been playing together in Europe for a while already with that roster, right? So when CCL Season 4 announced that you can basically pick up a whole roster, we were reaching out to organizations so they would pick up basically the roster we were playing with in Europe already. So we had some history already. And I have to say, though, during CCL, during this season, working together with Cascon and Cavalier Guest, the people behind us in terms of drafting and analyzing the stats and so on, definitely pushed us a level above. And I think that's what you also see throughout the season. And I hope we can deliver throughout the playoffs as well.
Did anything change over the course of the season, whether meta or within the own team's layout, communications?
Yeah, so for us, communication is something we always work on. We kind of lack a main shot caller in the team, which is something that sometimes holds us back a bit. It's something we're actively working on and trying to improve. And in terms of drafting, Cascon actually has taken over for us. And he's doing most of the prep, together with us players. But yeah, he has the final say in the drafts usually. And yeah, it's been working out for us.
So heading towards our first matchup, which will have happened in the past for everyone watching this, it's a rematch versus Wildheart, which is all the way from week 2.
Yeah.
How do you think that match is going to go?
Yeah, so in the regular season we lost to Wildheart. Even though we went into the match with positive minds, we thought we should be stronger. But honestly, I think on that weekend Wildheart played very well, and we did underperform a little bit. Not to take any away from them, because I think they actually are a very strong team. And we didn't get the opportunity to scrim him that much, honestly. So I really want revenge in the playoffs, and I hope at this point we already beaten them. But Wildheart it's a wild team, as the name says. You see them performing every season basically, and they are a tough contender for sure.
How are you all staying fresh? Your last CCL match would have been back in late June. That's a long time to go.
Yeah, that is right. But obviously people are playing HOTS in between, right? You play your Storm League. We play our scrims. It is a little bit harder to find scrims specifically for CCL because the playoffs are coming up, so it's basically 4 teams that still have the Thrive to play, while the others are taking a bit of an off time. But at least in Europe, we've also been playing quite a bit. Recently, we've traveled to Paris to play the Masters Clash, for example. So basically, we stayed in shape. Yeah.
Now let's get into some predictions for some of the other brackets as well. Who do you think won in the 30K versus Diamond Hands matchup?
Yeah, I think 30K is the big favorite for that match.
Do you have a certain team you want to battle in the grand finals?
I think we would probably, if we get there, we probably face 30K. On the flip side, I'd rather avoid them because I think They are a very, very strong team, you know. But yeah, I think 30K has very good odds actually making it all the way to the grand finals. And I mean, I hope that so do we, right? That we get in there as well, because that's our goal. We want to reach the grand final, and then we see how it goes.
Is there anything you can share you've been working on with the team, or any surprises that might be in store for the audience?
Obviously I can't spoil any of the drafts, right? But having Nick in the team also means that the meta within Nick's hero pool is always growing a bit and it's changing a bit. So there's 1 or 2 picks that might surprise the opponents, but then just as much they probably have surprises for us, right? So we will see. It really comes down the preparation, the playoffs. You gotta show up with your best performance that day. And yeah, we will see how that goes.
Well, before we get to our next match, any shout-outs you'd like to do?
Yeah, everyone that is watching, to the CCL crew, Twitch chat, of course, my teammates. And yeah, thanks for having me.
Everyone, stay tuned for that next matchup.